Crossing now from the place where I share life with humanity into the vast void of indifference, at once I find my voice again. At last, the Muse returns. Now, I specifically remember when I wrote this. This was the moment that I arrived at Siberia Ghost Town after a 200-mile ride out to the desert. And when you pull in off of Route 66, coming along that long stretch, it's about a 15-mile stretch from Ludlow out to Route 66. Coming along that stretch, and then it's kind of hard to tell just where the Ghost Town Road is, that dirt road that pulls off. Come right up to it, and I've got it down now. And then you pull off. You have to stand up on the bike, because you have to shift the weight up, and you kind of hit big, 600-pound motorcycle, all loaded up with all the gear and all the water and stuff, and through the dirt, and it's kind of squirrely, and it's kind of scary. The idea of dropping that big old huge bike like that. And get out there, it's about a football field's length out to the ghost town, and then pull the bike to the side, stop it. If there's no trains coming by, when you shut the engine off and the light goes out, if it's a new moon, then it's utterly dark. And that is the moment that this thing that I call the indifference returns. Let me read it again. Crossing now from the place where I share life with humanity, that would be the Route 66. Right, which is my last connection with humanity when I pull off. The dirt road doesn't really count. Even though humanity traverses it, it doesn't feel like it anymore. Crossing now from the place where I share life with humanity into the vast void of indifference, that would be the sea of empty, that great expanse of uncaring and just raw nature that is out there, that just you sense in the desert, unlike any place else. I never felt that in the wilderness in Japan. But in the desert, it's immediate. Only if you go alone. Crossing now from the place where I share life with humanity into the vast void of indifference, at once I find my own voice again. At last, the Muse returns. So if I've ever was affirming that the Muse is me, there you go, right? At last, my own voice returns. At last, the Muse returns. So in this part of the book, that section I just read, I'm talking about the 3-week adventure of arriving, of having the Muse follow me back to my home here. Here in the civilized world. And met it at the beginning of the 3 weeks when I returned to the desert that night. And that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Thank you all for joining me for this short video.